Hi everyone, it's me, and today, Harry Potter! Let's uncover the movie magic behind Harry Potter. Together, let's go! Did you know movies? Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Hi Harry! Wow. From young become old. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Did you know? When author J.K. Rowling put the multimedia rights for her Harry Potter novels on sale, several companies tried to obtain the license.
Hi J.K. Rowling.
Movie studios Disney, Universal, and Warner Brothers were locked in an intense bidding war for the rights, but another company also entered the fray: Nintendo. In the late 1990s, Nintendo of America's internal development team was suddenly ordered to halt their current projects when management heard that the Potter rights were being auctioned off. The developers were split into two teams and told to create pitches for a third-person adventure title and a game based on Quidditch. The studio wanted to develop these adaptations themselves and planned to release them across the N64, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, and any future Nintendo platforms to coincide with the release of new books. However, as the pitches developed, there were disagreements about the direction the team should go in. Both development teams wanted a Western, cartoony art direction similar to the cover art for the British version of the Harry Potter books, but Nintendo's higher-ups wanted the games to take inspiration from manga. The team's artists understandably disagreed with this decision, with one saying, "It went against all my instincts based on what I had read quotes from JK about keeping it strictly British, and I had to revamp my initial designs to go more manga/Japanese. I had a big fight about that, but my boss insisted."
Yeah, because please recognize that Nintendo is a Japanese country, is a Japanese company, so the cultural aspect is just very hard to...
Nintendo's bid was declined by Rowling for unspecified reasons, but
I'm sorry.
An anonymous source believed it was because she was more interested in proposals put forth by multimedia companies who weren't exclusively tied to video games. Warner Brothers eventually won the bidding war and began looking at directors for a film adaptation. Steven Spielberg was interested and wanted to condense several books into one motion capture CG animated film.
Hi Steven Spielberg.
Similar to the Polar Express. Rowling was unimpressed with this interpretation and urged Warner Brothers to refuse. They agreed, and Spielberg passed on directing a live-action adaptation of the first book. Several other directors were considered for the Sorcerer's Stone, with Terry Gilliam being Rowling's personal choice, though
Hi Terry Gilliam.
Home Alone director Chris Columbus was hired in the end. When he was first hired, Chris Columbus intended to direct all the movies in the franchise. However, after shooting the first two, he realized that all 7 would have to be filmed relatively back-to-back, so that younger actors didn't age out of their roles. Worried that he was gonna miss his own children growing up, Columbus departed after work was completed on the Chamber of Secrets. Both M. Night Shyamalan and Guillermo del Toro were considered as his replacement for the...
Hi, M. Night Shyamalan and... sorry, what's the name again? Guillermo del Toro. Hello.
Del Toro were considered as his replacement for the Prisoner of Azkaban, but the position eventually went to Alfonso Cuarón.
Hi, Alfonso Cuarón.
Because he'd never read the books or seen the movies, Cuarón asked Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint to write papers about their characters.
Hi, Daniel. Emma, and hi, Rupert.
So he could acquaint themselves with them. Watson, true to character, went overboard and wrote a 16-page paper about Hermione Granger. Radcliffe wrote a 1-page summary of Harry Potter, and Rupert Grint never turned anything in, claiming,
wow! Much respect to him, you know.
that Ron Weasley would have done the same. Cuarón laughed and said he was perfectly cast. As with the first book, the first film actually had 2 different titles. In North America, it's known as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, but in the rest of the world, they're called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This change was made because the book's publishers were worried that Americans, especially their target audience of children, would be unfamiliar with the legend of the Philosopher's Stone and how it relates to alchemy and magic. So, to more clearly indicate the series' subject matter, they changed the title to Sorcerer's Stone. The filmmakers did well to keep in line with this change, creating 2 different sets of posters, trailers, title cards, and merchandise with the separate names. They even went as far as to film several scenes twice, once where the characters say Sorcerer's Stone, and another where they say the Philosopher's Stone.
This is about the Philosopher's Stone. This is about the Sorcerer's Stone.
Early on in the Harry
Oh my gosh, he looks so young! Gosh!
Potter series, the filmmakers tried their hardest to do as many effects as they could practically. In the Sorcerer's Stone, the floating candles in the Great Hall were actually candle-shaped containers holding oil and burning wicks. They were suspended by wires on a rig to make them move up and down, giving the illusion of them floating. At one point, a wire holding one of the candles snapped and fell to the floor. While no one was injured, the rig was deemed a safety hazard, and CG candles were used in all of the following films. In the Chamber of Secrets, the animatronic puppet made for Fawkes the Phoenix was so realistic that actor Richard Harris thought it was
Hi, Richard Harris.
a real bird when he first saw it. Similarly, a large animatronic was built for the basilisk in scenes that didn't require the use of CG. This was later repurposed into a full-scale dragon built for the Goblet of Fire shoot. For the Dementors in The Prisoner of Azkaban, Alfonso Cuarón brought on puppeteer Basil Twist to figure out a way to do the beasts practically. Twist
Hi, Basil Twist.
found a technique that involved filming the puppets in water in slow motion and then reversing the film. However, it was impractical to do this on a large scale and had to be shelved. CGI was used for the Dementors in the end. The Great Lake scenes in the Goblet of Fire were filmed in a huge tank of water surrounded by blue screens. The tank was absolutely massive and held roughly 132,000 gallons of water. Finally, while it was obviously put together digitally, Daniel Radcliffe acted out every single part of the Seven Harrys scene in the Deathly Hallows Part 1 individually. Only the
That must be very awkward, you know. Have to take off your shirt, put on your shirt, take off your shirt, put on your shirts. So many different times. In a single room. That sounds very weird.
appropriate actors were present, but the scene still took over 90 takes to get right. Production designer Stuart Craig spent a lot of the first film's set budget on actual York stone for the floor in the Great Hall. The decision was questioned by others in the production, but the investment paid off, as the set withstood the perhaps millions of footsteps from hundreds of crew members all the way through the entire series, without ever needing to be replaced. Lucius Malfoy's long flowing hair was never
Good investment indeed.
mentioned anywhere in the books or the scripts, and was actually actor Jason Isaacs' idea. He was
Hi, Jason Isaac.
worried that his character would look too similar to Tom Felton's Draco Malfoy, and that
Hi, Tom Felton.
the two wouldn't be easily differentiated. When he suggested giving him long hair, the design team loved the idea and ran with it. Director Alfonso Cuarón wanted to make Hogwarts feel like more of a real place instead of a group of sets, and decided to better establish the castle's layout. Because of this, more scenes were added in the hallways, walkways, or stairways connecting various important rooms and doorways. Additionally, Cuarón really liked the set used for Dumbledore's office, and tried to find an excuse to use it despite the script for Prisoner of Azkaban making no mention of the room. The scene where Lupin teaches Harry how to use a Patronus charm featured a repurposed version of that set, though it's
Yeah, Expecto Patronum!
just called the astronomy room in the script. In The Order of Phoenix, J.K. Rowling provided an extended family tree so the production team could accurately fill out the Black family tapestry in Grimmauld Place. Some of the names were never mentioned in the books, and she even told the filmmakers which members were disowned so portraits could be properly scorched out. For the destroyed parts of the castle in the Battle of Hogwarts in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, 5 29-ton trucks worth of polystyrene rubble were brought onto the set to accurately create a devastated landscape.
Brilliant. Scary.
Yeah, indeed. Brilliant but scary.
Make sure you subscribe to the Film Theorists for more
Subscribe!
facts and trivia, but before you go, we'd like you to vote on what franchise you want to see covered in the future. Lord of the Rings or The Avengers. Click on the annotations or comment
Avengers!
below to vote.
Sorry.
And if you like this video, check out some others on Did You Know Movies. Seriously, it's a great show. You don't just have to watch Film Theory because it's the Film Theorists. Watch Frame by Frame. Watch Did You Know Movies. In fact, if you like this episode, I would recommend you click right over here and watch Did You Know Shrek to find out how that movie was just a big middle finger to Disney. Seriously, it was aggressive. And if you want more magical Harry Potter goodness, wave your wand over this little box to see my theory on how Harry Potter isn't the only chosen one.
The only chosen one. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be finding this video very interesting to watch. If you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any share of us. Don't forget to follow my channel. I hope to see you on my next live stream, next video. But hey, that's just a movie. Did you know movies? Thanks for watching. Thank you. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.